Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I am so glad to have you here with me this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, set any request for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off with a crystal grid that we will build exactly to all of your requests. And then after that, we will transition into a lovely Reiki session where I will send healing to you wherever you are and whenever you happen to be watching this. If you would like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's dive right in, say hi to everyone, and start building that grid. Awesome. So let me just adjust a few things. Okay, so we're starting things off with our usual sort of centerpiece here. This is a mirror, which helps to reflect and deflect any kind of not harmonious energy. And we have this copper spiral here that helps to break up any blockages and get the optimal flow of energy going. So let's say hi to everybody. I see so many of you in here. I hope everybody is doing super well. It is so cold out here. Yeah, so we've got Chris, Patty and Key, Renee. Hey, what are you doing there, Gertie? You want to come up? Come on up. Gertie is here. Still Not Still, Jenny, Flower, Jennifer, Joanna, Lila Ray. Hey, Nick Violet, happy birthday. My birthday was yesterday. Yay, Capricorn Suns unite. Absolutely. Happy birthday. So excited that you're here for your birthday. Thank you. Let's see. And yeah, it's good to see you all. Flower, I did see what you... Oh my gosh. $1,000 to get your car back and it's still broken. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's manifest some financial abundance for you, shall we? Well, let's dive into everybody's requests. I will get to everybody's requests. I will usually work from the top down, but I'll kind of take a couple of peeks so I can see just what everybody is setting intentions about, so I can pick harmonious stones to benefit everyone. Focus for task completion can definitely help with that. And you can request specific stones or just the general intention, whichever feels better for you. I can definitely help with that Still Not Still. Okay, awesome, Jen. And let's see. There's a stone that I know will help that, and it's a stone that I've just been working with, so I'm going to pull that out. Hey, Creative Diva. Catherine, good to see you. Okay, so I want to jump on this one before I forget, because Galena is one I've had for a while, and I've worked with it in some ways, but I'm working with it in some new ways. And Jennifer Vatsa has an intention around, one of the intentions is around the doctor's visit coming up, that it yield an actual diagnosis. I know, I've been there. So I'm going to bring in some galena. Galena is a type of lead. Yeah. This helps with energy protection, grounding, and centering. And it really helps with healing insights around your physical body and physical healing needs. So it almost like reveals those insights around your body. So I'm hoping that this will help with that. Also helps with reducing inflammation, as well as healing acne, cysts, and boils. Helpful too for sense of smell and also disorders of the veins. It's wonderful too for mental and emotional transformation. Really helpful for winnings, like winning money. And it looks like there's a few of you that really could use it for sure. Also helps with calling back the return of lost or stolen items, property, finances, what have you. And very linked with Saturn for those of you who are into astrology. So that is Galena. So yeah, I hope that helps. And I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget to bring that in for you. So, okay, so let's go ahead and generally, like, I'll bounce around mostly from the top. You need to get some Galena. Silicon is fun to work with too. Yeah. Oh, Sister Sheba. Oh, this'll work for your sister as well. Oh, it's all good, hon. All good. And thank you for the happy birthday. Awesome. Good to see you all. Okay, so let's see. Let me dive in from the top. I'm going to grab a few of Chris's requests and continue to add more as we go through. So I'm glad that Eva is seemingly doing better. I love that. Let's bring in some love for your dog, Eva. Let's bring in leopard skin jasper, desert rose selenite, and emerald, and let's also bring in rhodonite. Cool. So we'll start with our two stones that help animal healing the most. And so this is desert rose selenite. This is lovely for, let me turn down the light just a bit. Is that a little better? Yeah, that's better. Desert rose selenite helps with the wellness and support of our animals, and it also helps with finding a place to live as well as paperwork around real estate. So anything from mortgages to a lease for an apartment. It helps with all of the many small consistent steps it takes to move towards a larger goal or dream, and also very, very helpful for redefining yourself after any kind of loss or just time of change, like you've decided and you're evolving. Helpful too for sticking with it in school and perseverance with school and training. Wonderful for upset stomach, acne, eczema, and also fighting viruses. And it's thought to be very helpful for men's health. So that is desert rose selenite. And for those of you who might be new, I'm not the healing arts person who's going to tell you, don't do the modern medicine thing, only do this. No. I do whatever you feel is in your best good, but also I use medications and I work with crystals and I meditate and I do Reiki and I do all the other things that I can possibly do for my healing. So this is a complement to every therapy you might be getting or any therapy you might be using. It's not meant as a replacement for everything, but more like a boost for everything, and also a lot of support to help you get through whatever you might be going through. So I hope that it's helpful in any way that it shows up for you. Leopard skin jasper is also helpful for connecting with our animals and helping support their well-being. It also helps us to connect with our animal guides and guardians. Wonderful for coordination, balance, and anything impacting the skin. And it's very helpful for calling in a romantic partner, like a soulmate type relationship. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our leopard skin jasper. Okay, there we go. Emerald is excellent for, because Ava, for those of you who are new, is having issues with heart, lungs. So we're going to go ahead and bring in some emerald, which is lovely for the lungs, upper respiratory system. If you have a cold or upper respiratory infection, this is a great stone. It also helps with healing skin and tissue. wonderful for restoring confidence around your appearance and for reigniting your passions in life. So passions around like your, the things you've wanted to do in life, your relationships, and everything in between. So that is emerald. That's raw emerald without being faceted and cut. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think we're cooking with gas now. Okay. Rhodonite is wonderful for the lungs. And it's also helpful for asthma, allergies, and really anything autoimmune. I struggle with all of those things, and I find this helpful. It's also helpful for dealing with any kind of insecurities, healing a broken heart, and especially healing a broken heart so you feel like you can open up to love again. Wonderful, too, for healing the residual emotional pain from emotional abuse. So that is rhodonite. Rhodonite is generally pink and black. Some specimens are more black than pink, some more pink than black. And I'm going to work through the rest of your stones as we continue through the session today. And thank you for being here. Lots of love to you and Ava. Welcome back, Dara. Good to see you. Ooh. Oh, I'm really glad. It looks like Ava really has her appetite back. That's so happy. Oh, that makes me happy. Okay. Okay. And then we have some requests for Patty and Key. So red tiger eye, sugilite, tree agate, chevron amethyst, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a bunch of your requests and then I'm going to work through the rest as we go through. I'm definitely bringing in Septarian right now. Septarian, very helpful for muscle pain and muscle spasms as well as healing wounds. But this is really great for emotional maturity, like going deep to heal internal kinds of wounds, emotional pain, understanding the underlying beliefs and habits that have kind of led you astray or maybe don't have a great impact on your life so that you can see them, recognize them, and create some change around them. This helps you to even be vulnerable in that process. It's very encouraging and empowering, and it helps with generally your solar plexus. That's your center of self-identity and free will. So we're going to go ahead and bring that in. That's Septarian. Tree agate, there we go. Tree agate helps with physical health on all levels, but it also helps physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, every level. This is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, and it's thought to be tridoshic. Dosha are the different body types, and there's 3 of them. And then you'll have some, so those same 3 exist on your physical level, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic. And this is thought to help balance the energy of all of those different doshas to help bring them into harmony. Sometimes we can be really out of whack in one place or a little in the other. No matter what is out of balance or why, this is thought to help bring it back in. It's wonderful, too, for noticing, healing, and moving on from negative habits and patterns. Helpful for inner peace and generally calming emotions and physical nerves. It's really like a lovely physical and emotional healing stone in that way. Also helpful for making new connections. Chevron amethyst helps with connection to the divine and also connecting our, like in a way, empowering manifestation, taking what we're requesting, bringing it up to spirit, and then hearing the response. It's also lovely for any kind of degenerative disease as well as tolerance of others. and it can also help with channeling and intuition and any kind of psychic skill, especially if it's visionary in nature. So if you're doing something like scrying, or if you get kind of picture clues or you see clues intuitively, chevron amethyst is a really helpful stone to like bring those through more clearly. And red tiger eye helps with protection. It's an anti-bully stone, and it works on the mundane and spiritual levels. So whether someone's doing malevolent spiritual work or psychic attack, or if they're showing up and they're picking on you, gaslighting, triangulating, smearing your reputation, this really helps protect against that. And so that is red tiger eye. And then we're also going to bring in, let's see, is this too high? Nope. Yeah, let's bring these in. Then we're going to bring in sugilite. Sugilite helps with enlightenment and in general like the connection to unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is the awareness that we are all interconnected, and that what we put out into the universe, we put back into ourselves. What we remove from the universe, we remove from ourselves, that we all are involved in this ever-flowing and shifting and changing collective. So that is sugilite. So I will continue to work through your requests too. Awesome. And thank you for being here, Patty and Key. Vic, good to see you. Hey, Little Tree, I hope you're doing well. Good question. I have, from Renee, you have spoken on raw versus tumbled, but is there a difference between if the stone is faceted versus tumbled? I don't know that there is. Some folks will talk about how a faceted stone is like cut and presented to be the most beautiful it can be. So it's almost like a refining in a sense, versus raw, which can just be like very close to the original state of the stone. To be honest, I don't feel like there's a huge difference in terms of healing either way. And a good example of faceted, like what Renee means by faceted, is like what you usually see in a stone, like when it's got those pointy pieces that help make it really clear and makes it shine. Like when you think of a diamond ring, the way that it's got many different flat parts that all kind of bring the crystal to shine. Let's see a good example. I have lots of cabochons, not too many faceted stones to show you. Here's one. So this is an example of faceting a stone. See how there's multiple flat points in there? That's what faceted means, just in case you've not heard the term. But yeah, this one is actually cut into a Merkaba, and it has a hole drilled in it. But yeah, but that's what they mean by faceting. But yeah, I don't feel any difference personally, but that's a good question. Yeah, and I know some folks feel like it's a more like refined energy because it's been cut just so, but I don't necessarily notice the difference. And we have a kitty visitor. Hey, come on over. It's a Gertie. Oh, Gertie, are you gonna let me pick you up and show you off? Oh, okay, now you can go back to your comfies. No, you stay. Stay in your comfies. No. Don't jump away. There you go. Oh, thank you, Gertie. Gertie says hi to everybody. Okay, awesome. Good question. I'll see if I can look up what other people think about it, but yeah, I don't personally feel a very big difference. Unless it's faceted, like in this case where this is actually a little faceted, like this was cut into a double point. And you could say that the points themselves, like the intention is that it send energy in both directions, like it balances energy. So if it's like if it's shaped for a specific purpose, then that would make a difference. And that's where you can look up different, like different people feel differently about pyramidal versus like rounded versus like carved into 2 points and things like that. If they're carved in a specific way with an intention, that matters. It'll follow the intention. Let me know if that brings more questions than it answers. And your next salutations to all. Please, something to help my focus for task completion. Absolutely. Let's do. Oh, good job, Gertie. Okay. Focus for task completion. I'm definitely going to say Bumblebee Jasper, which is actually one of your favorites. This helps with mental energy and physical energy, as well as mental focus. Also really helpful for encouraging like a let's get it done kind of attitude towards work that's really infectious and can rub off on the other people you're working with too. Helps with positivity, confidence, and motivation in general. And it's wonderful for decision making and also boosting any manifestation you're doing. Definitely be careful with Bumblebee Jasper. It has high amounts of arsenic as well as sulfur. And also for completing goals. Let's bring in a little bit of chrysoprase. Chrysoprase helps with overcoming disappointment and with like pivoting, like you find a roadblock and you have to find another way. This can help with that, especially when it comes to like your life path. It's wonderful for picking up the pieces after something has shifted, changed, or ended. And it really helps with follow through and completing goals. So that is chrysoprase. So let's bring this in. There we go. So I hope that helps. And all the best to you, Renee. Hey, ABC. Cassandra, welcome in. Absolutely, welcome in. I'm going through everybody's request, and I'm going through everyone's request. I will get to everyone's requests, but I'm like mostly working from the top down. And okay, so Renee, okay, wondered if the facet would magnify energy. Yeah, like I mentioned, if it's carved to like point or direct energy in a specific way, in that case it would. But just faceted like as in jewelry to be shiny, my feeling is no. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if there's other questions. And let's do cool. We are all well. I hope y'all are warm. Still not still. Something for when you know it's someone else's fault, but you feel guilty and dwell on it anyway. Internal. Gotcha. And also for when you've internalized people projecting onto you. Gotcha. Absolutely. So let's do peridot. And snowflake obsidian. Peridot helps with breaking bad habits as well as helping to solidify friendships. It's wonderful for really difficult feelings like anger, jealousy, and guilt. Very helpful too for really serious digestive issues, especially things like acid reflux or IBS or Crohn's or celiac like I have. This can be a really helpful stone. So that's peridot. So that can help with guilt and releasing guilt that's really not meant to be yours. And so can snowflake obsidian. Snowflake obsidian is right here. In addition to helping release guilt, it helps with calming overstimulation and generally helping the body, mind, spirit balance, as well as inner peace. Wonderful too for cultivating hope after any kind of loss or like significant shift in your life, and it helps with intuition in the form of clairaudience, and that is hearing spiritual guidance. So I hope that that helps. Still Not Still. And also red tiger eye can help with that, like projecting and things like that, like bullying type stuff. That can be helpful there too. So lots of love to you, Still Not Still. Good to see you. And Jen, you had some specific stones. Calcites and fluorites surprise me, and anything for inflammation and blood sugar. Inflammation definitely covered by galena, and blood sugar is going to be serpentine, which you gifted me, all of us really. And let's see, calcite. What's a calcite we don't often use? Let's go with blue calcite and fluorite. Let's go with these. Serpentine helps with a lot of things, or it's thought to help with a lot of things in the physical body. Specifically when it comes to things like blood sugar. So whether it's diabetes, hypoglycemia, either or both. It's really helpful too for, believe it or not, trance meditation and for lots of physical things. This is helpful for muscle weakness and calcium and magnesium deficiency. So there we go. So that is serpentine. It's also thought to help rashes and eczema. And these are a beautiful gift from Jennifer Vatsa. If you want to shop my crystals, go to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. To shop Jen's, go ahead and Google Belladonna's Botanicals, and you'll find her crystals and lots of other cool stuff that she makes. So let's go ahead and bring serpentine in. I hope that this helps. Blood sugar and all of that good stuff. I always have the intention of like calcium and magnesium and vitamin D and all that stuff that I tend to run deficient in. Blue calcite is the calcite that I have that we probably use least in here, but it is a wonderful emotional first aid stone. This helps with soothing the emotional pain that you struggle to even verbalize, and helps with bringing healing, clarity, and revelations. Like if you feel really lost, this can help. Wonderful too for decision making, especially if you're still healing or if mentally and emotionally you're not in the best place for making decisions, but you have to. This can help. So that is blue calcite. And fluorite helps with relaxation and especially with balance in times of just chaos. This is a very grounding amidst the chaos kind of stone. In that it's wonderful for new moms and newborns, because talk about chaos. But yeah, anytime that you're trying to be like the eye of the hurricane, you can't control what's going on around you, but you want to have some peace within, this can be really helpful. Yeah, order in chaos. Wonderful too for like really chaotic and volatile work environments too. So that is fluorite. Awesome. All the best to you, Jen. All the best to you. For Jenny, fear of being truly seen, female reproductive health, fast money, financial abundance, and being genuine. Absolutely, I love it. So let's see, fear of being truly seen. Let's do blue kyanite. And pink tourmaline and let's start with GYN health. Pink tourmaline helps with that. No matter what the gynecologic issue is, this is really helpful. It's also really helpful for headaches, especially migraines, wonderful for nerve pain and numbness, as well as mother-baby bonding and breaking down a negative self-image so that you can start to see yourself in a different light. For financial abundance, we've got some citrine. This definitely helps call in all of the financial abundance, helps you to make good financial decisions, and it's superb for addictions and compulsions, as well as nausea and fibromyalgia pain. I often use it to help balance logic with intuition. I am a Capricorn sun sign, and I tend to be very, very logical, at the detriment of the intuitive side. So this helps me find a lot of balance in using both sides of my wisdom to make the best decisions. For fear of truly being seen, blue kyanite can really help with radical self-acceptance so that you feel good in yourself, which can be a good place to start. So radical self-acceptance, as well as understanding intuition, any kind of spiritual messages, like if they're dreams you don't understand, or you're getting intuitions and you're like, where do I put this info? How does that relate? This can help you understand it. It's also wonderful for making general healthy lifestyle changes and harmonizing poor behavior on the part of others, especially spite, pettiness, that kind of stuff. So that is blue kyanite. And for releasing fear in general, I keep feeling like red jasper. As much as I keep going for other stones, it's like red jasper keeps coming up. So I'm going to go with that. Red jasper is very grounding. This works with the root chakra, your sense of basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety. But it also helps with standing up for yourself and, in a bigger way, empowerment, feeling empowered in who you are. It definitely helps with standing up to injustice and bullying, as well as providing a lot of spiritual protection. Wonderful for emotional support for like long-term recoveries and long-term illnesses and things. So that's red jasper, and that can really help you to feel more grounded and connected. Empowerment is definitely a big remedy for so many fears. So I hope that that's helpful. And let me know if there's anything else I can do. Lots of love. And yeah, thank you for joining us. And it must be really cold where you are. Nick, today's your birthday. Healing for the year ahead. I love it. So let's do... Oh, it's all good, little tree. Oh. Hey, MC Spiritual Healer. Good to see you too. Okay, so let's go. Making sure everything is balanced. Okay. So let's do healing for the year ahead. Ooh, what's a good one for that? I know. Aragonite with blue Caribbean calcite. So there we go. So the brown is aragonite and the blue is blue Caribbean calcite, and they're both together in the same specimen. They're both types of calcite. So the blue Caribbean calcite works with the soul star chakra, which is above the crown, and that encompasses all of our connection to the highest possible version of everything that could be in our life. And it's always changing and updating as we change, as other people make decisions, as we do too. But it helps facilitate your intuitive awareness. It helps you to see and sense and know what's in your best interest and keep you on the right path in that regard. The aragonite helps with the opposite side. It's the Earth Star chakra, and that's beneath the root. That's where we enact that soul's purpose. So the blue is helping us to be aware of the highest version of our soul's purpose, and the brown is helping us to act on it and bring it into the real world through action and actually making it a part of our life, not just potential, but reality. So this is a lovely way to kind of help start the year for you. So all the best to you. I hope you have a happy birthday and a great year ahead. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm also going to do a manifestation quartz for everybody. Sometimes we like to see this as almost like a birthday candle. This particular crystal is helpful for manifesting and really boosting everything that you're already manifesting, but whatever it might be. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the grid, and I want you to go ahead and think of it as like a birthday candle, but unlike a regular birthday candle, everybody gets to make a wish. So happy birthday, make a wish, and also everybody else here, you go ahead and make your wishes too. And thank you for being here, and happy birthday, fellow Capricorn sun. Flower, I'm so sorry your car got towed and it's still broken and things like that. Let's bring in even more financial abundance. So this is pyrite. This was also requested by Patty. This helps the lungs and the brain, specifically memory and information recall. So if you're studying or taking a test, this is helpful. It also helps boost your intuition while providing a lot of spiritual protection. And because it is fool's gold and it is often found near real gold, it's thought to help call in the real stuff. So bringing in that abundance. It's wonderful too for, fever, if I didn't mention that. So let's bring this in. So that's pyrite. Pyrite can also help the body to make the best use of Reiki during a session. So it's a lovely stone to have. And let's go ahead and bring this in. There we go. And so that's for abundance. And let's see. Let's go for mobility and hope that it also covers the car. Polychrome jasper helps to reignite our soul's purpose. It's motivating. It makes us feel like we have some confidence and we can go ahead and work towards the things that are important, especially if we're in a place where you feel kind of stuck or like in a rut. It also helps joint health and encourages us towards physical movement and encourages actual mobility. I have mobility challenges too, and this is one I work with there. So I hope that this helps. And overall, let's see. Let's see. There we go. And let's also bring in feel to bring this in. I hope it's not needed, but it's here either way. Sunstone. Sunstone helps expand our vision of our own potential. If you tend to play small or think small of yourself, this will help you with that. It's wonderful for working through phobias, and it also helps with getting you recognized, getting you seen, helps with promoting yourself or your business, helps with bringing in lots of career opportunities if you're looking for a job. But the reason I'm bringing it in here is it helps with protection against exploitation and money manipulation. And that was the first one that intuitively came up for me for you besides abundance. So I hope that everything is cool with whoever you're working with for your car and that just everything works out well. So, and if nothing else, maybe it just helps with opportunities. I don't know. Lots of love to you. I really hope it all sorts out and you get everything taken care of. All the best to you, Flower. Lots of love. Oh, okay, cool. So you did request polychrome. Good stuff. Look at that. I didn't even see your request and I knew. We'll also bring in some black onyx. Very protective, very, very protective. Also helps with healing grief as well as fear and anxiety. So this will also help Jenny and probably a few of us for lots of different reasons. It helps with relieving self-doubt and boosting self-esteem. It's wonderful for connection with our ancestors and for spiritual protection in general. So let's bring in the black onyx. There we go. Yeah, this is a good one for fear, anxiety, and feeling like low self-esteem at the same time. And I feel like a lot of times they go together. So this is a lovely stone for all of that. All the best to you, flower, for sure. So Catherine's wondering if she can request something for creativity, money manifestation, and a headache. As usual, all of our requests are very harmonious. So yes, creativity. Money manifestation, we have some good stones in for that. So we have, let's bring in some cinnabar. And a headache. Yeah, we have a really good headache stone in. We have pink tourmaline. And hang on one moment. Yep, okay, cool. So we've got a headache stone in there. So let's bring in, actually we can bring in rhodochrosite. Helps with headaches and especially stress headaches as well as asthma. It can help with healing maternal types of emotional wounds and heart and circulation, as well as connection to ancestors and even deceased pets. This can help boost our intuition around those things too. So that hopefully will help you with your headache. For creativity, I'm going to bring in azurite, which was also requested by Patty and Key. This helps with awakening to your spiritual self, and it's wonderful for not only creativity, but also insight and intuition. Perfect for gaining spiritual wisdom, especially from that intuition and connecting with our guides and guardians. It helps to dissolve blockages in our energy, and also helps to dissolve obstacles in our path. Wonderful for quieting our mind during energy work or meditation, and for spinal alignment, spasms, muscle spasms, and also tics. So this is azurite. And for even more financial abundance, let's bring in some super gorgeous cinnabar. Just the red here is cinnabar. And cinnabar is mercury, so be very careful with it. Highly toxic. Humans have worked with it for thousands of years, and for a lot of that time, it's been thought to be helpful for calling customers to a business. It's seen as the merchant stone. And just these little red dots in here are the cinnabar. You may see it sold as cinnabrite when it looks like this because it's more quartz than it is cinnabar, but it is so toxic. You don't want to have a ton of it. But a little goes a long way, especially when it's surrounded by quartz, which boosts its energy. So if anyone has a business, this will help you with attracting customers. And even if you don't, it definitely helps with financial abundance. So I'm going to bring this one in too. We also have pyrite and citrine in there. So all the best to you, Catherine. Sister Sheba, reducing gliomas and cysts for your sister. And it's all good, Sister Sheba. I may have mentioned this in some streams before, but I've got I don't know what happened, but I've got this just inordinate amount of spam emails coming to my business account to the point where it's really hard to not miss regular emails. So it may take me a minute to get back to you, but I will. So definitely help with this. So cysts and things, galena can be helpful. Let's also help with rutilated quartz, which was also requested by Chris. Rutilated quartz is clear quartz with these rutils, which you may be able to see. It looks almost like little hairs or needles in there. Rudels help to boost physical energy, and it also helps to focus energy where it's most needed in the body. And that's for any kind of work you're getting done. Like this for years, like decades really, has been thought to be a very helpful stone. If you go to Jewelers Row in Philadelphia and you say, I have someone in my life who has cancer and I want to buy them a gift, they would recommend rutilated quartz. It's thought to help send the energy of all of the different treatments they're getting to where it's most helpful in the body, and it's thought to help boost the physical energy in the body. So it does work for things like that. So any kind of growths and stuff, but it's also good for just mental focus. And if you're getting over any kind of illness, or if you're just worn down, it'll give you a boost of energy. So I hope that helps for both you and your sister, and lots of love for all of you. And thank you for the happy birthday wishes, and it's all good. Yeah, silicone is fun to work with. Creative Diva requesting protection, patience, forgiving others, finding purpose and joy, bettering health, and performing well at work. That's awesome. Let's do performing well at work. Let's get some lapis. Bettering health. Let's go with general. Normally I would actually grab tree agate, so I'm going to go with that. But tree agate is great for like improving health on all levels. And patience, protection. So patience is going to be dumortierite. Let's go with another protective stone. Yeah, let's go with smoky quartz. Forgiving. Let's go with aquamarine. And finding purpose and joy. Let's go with blue apatite for that. Okay, I think I got it all. Okay, so for finding purpose and joy, I'm going to go with blue apatite because this can help us connect to our soul's purpose, to illuminate it, and to help encourage us on that path. Give us the courage to work through all those things and follow our soul's purpose, bringing it to reality. It also happens to help with our relationship to food. So whether you're looking to lose weight or just shift your relationship with food for any reason, whether it's the role it plays in your life or you're shifting your diet, this can really help with that on a very holistically supportive and healthy way. Wonderful too for strengthening the energy field or your aura, so you're less likely to bring in energy of other people. So it is a little bit protective in that way. And in general with happiness, this helps too with harmony and inner peace, big time. So that is blue apatite. But yeah, it brings a lot of being able to act on things that bring us joy, and that it helps us to see what's in our best interest, what's in alignment with us. For forgiveness, we're going to bring in aquamarine. This helps with any kind of forgiveness, whether it's I forgive you, I forgive me, I forgive you and let you free and out of my life, or I forgive you and give you another chance, whatever it might look like. It also helps to deflect pettiness and immature behavior. It's a great anti-Karen stone, if you will, but it's also great for bringing about a may justice prevail kind of vibe. Wonderful too for moving and circulating fluids in the body and supporting the health of teeth and gums. So that is aquamarine. And smoky quartz is great for protection, but also transmutation. So if you're looking for big changes, this can help. This definitely will shift the energy to something more positive. It also helps with calming worry and releasing energy blocks. It's been used since at least the Middle Ages to protect property against theft. It's also helpful for hope in really uncertain times, for anyone that's struggling with chronic pain, and for flexibility of body and mind, like being willing to see things from a different perspective, and also help with mobility. So that is smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is one of my favorite go-tos because it just works in a really harmonious way almost no matter what the circumstance. For patience, we're going to bring in dumortierite, another great gift to us from Jennifer Vatsa. This helps us with not only patience, but also anger and resentments, as well as frustration, which can also help with the forgiveness too. It helps too with healing ligaments and tendons and improving any situation that just feels all around hopeless. In that way, it may help flower some extent too. Helps calm nervous dogs down, and it's also wonderful for Uranus type energy, like very chaotic energy, kind of grounding it. So that is dumortierite. And for better performance at work, lapis can be really helpful. We have this one here for mental focus and like, let's get the work done kind of thing. And I think that's really helpful for you too. But this helps with career improvement and like moving up the career ladder too. Wonderful for helping to prevent disorganization, helping you get organized. Wonderful for personal responsibility, fulfilling commitments, and really owning everything that you said you would do. Helpful with truth and honesty and really good communication, as well as vertigo and hearing loss, and for pain and inflammation. So lapis helps with a number of things. So let's go ahead and bring this in. So lapis. And I hope that all helps. All the best to you, creative diva. And aw, Patty, thank you. Oh, Flower, I'm so sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, we already got cheated. It'll be okay. That's what happened with the car. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's bring in, for all of us, let's bring in some honey calcite with the intention that we all just get connected to the best, most trustworthy, best balanced with us people that we can. This is for whether it's neighbors, new friends, colleagues, anyone. If you're calling like a new group of people into your life that are balanced with who you are and where you're going in life, this is lovely. It attracts all the best people into your life. Helps too with optimism in challenging times, and it's also really supportive for postmenopausal women, which includes me. So we'll bring in that. I'm so sorry, Flower. And thank you. You have to say again how beautiful the stones you got from me are. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you enjoyed them, and thank you. Always beautiful to have you here, and that stinks. MC Spiritual Killer, happy Tuesday. Support at work and motivation to work on your small business. We've got a lot of those, but I'm going to bring in some more. Let's see. Motivation. Yeah, polychrome jasper. The first one I would have called in for you absolutely would have been bumblebee jasper. But also polychrome and rutilated. I'm going to bring in some tiger eye. This is a very entrepreneurial stone. It also brings in protection and just really like big, expansive sight. Like if you want to see the big picture and all the pieces and all the parts within it, this will help. So this is a great one for entrepreneurs. It helps with research and study. It also helps protect against envy and jealousy. And it gives you a lot of courage, a lot of like inner balance, and a lot of strength of character. It helps with, like I said, that big picture thinking and like seeing all the different pieces that can be a part of the larger whole. And yeah, everything entrepreneurial. So I think that this is the stone. So that's Tiger Eye, Golden Tiger Eye. And I know I skipped a couple. I'm going to go back, but I just happened to see this and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Tiger Eye or Golden Tiger Eye. So all the best to you. And okay, so where did I leave off? There we go. Dara, wisdom and discipline. Let's do wisdom for sure. Let's bring in Moonstone. And I would usually say for discipline, chrysoprase and lapis, both of which are actually already in here. Chrysoprase is here, lapis is there. Chrysoprase helps with follow through and living up to your commitments and what you said you would do, as well as lapis helps with that too. It helps with so this is like meeting your goals, and a lot of both of them basically will support what you requested is what I'm trying to say. But as far as wisdom, the first stone that popped, because there's a lot of stones that can help with wisdom, but the first one that popped to mind for you was Moonstone. Moonstone helps with connection to the divine feminine, connection with wisdom, especially ancient wisdom. And this stone is one that I often think of as being very connected with the High Priestess in the tarot. In Rider-Waite and in a lot of Rider-Waite based tarot decks, you'll notice that the High Priestess has two big pillars behind her. What those pillars actually represent, it's supposed to represent the entrance to the Library of Solomon, and like this concept of all of the wisdom of the past, present, and future kind of thing. So think of it as access to all of the wisdom. It's very connected with the rhythms of nature, the cycles and patterns, especially the lunar cycles, Moonstone. So this can be really helpful with any kind of moon magic or lunar magic, or even trusting in divine timing. It's also helpful for attracting a romantic love partner and for just releasing patterns that no longer serve. And it's also very helpful for protection of travelers, anyone who's traveling. So that is Moonstone. So I hope that helps. And thank you for being here. Okay, awesome. But yeah, this happens a lot. Basically, I don't mention this a lot, but part of what makes this whole situation work is the concept of communal chi, which is basically the more people come together with the same intention or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified. And also the more people start to come together, it's almost like the snowball effect. Like a few people set intentions and people with similar intentions kind of get pulled in. So of course we all tend to be setting the same intentions and going through similar things. So we notice this a lot, that people are asking for like similar intentions over and over, because our life situations might specifically be very different, but when we really boil it down, there's a lot more in common than we realize. So I'm hoping that you find that helpful. So let's see, Vic. Emotional stability. Oh no, not good right now. Lots of love to you. And I think you put some other things in down here. Oh, you're welcome, Dara, and thank you. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. In Philly, we haven't had snow, like a measurable amount of snow in Philadelphia in over 2 years. Everyone around us has gotten snow. We have not had snow until last night. And I absolutely put a candle in the window, parted the curtains, irregardless of how cold it was. And me and the cats just sat there and stared at the snow. And it was the first time they've ever seen snow. So this was very cute. And let's see. Okay. Okay, lots of love, Vic. So, emotional stability. Let's bring in some lepidolite. Lepidolite is lithium mica. Yes, this does get used internally for some folks. It's a prescription medication and things, but I don't recommend DIYing it. This can have a very paradoxical or opposite effect on some folks. So work with a specialist if you're going to use it internally. But if you're going to work with it as a crystal to carry around with you, much safer that way. So this helps with soothing, calming, understanding the emotions, and also brings things up to the surface like patterns or beliefs, or like basically if you feel emotionally overwhelmed, this can help bring things to the surface that actually need to be dealt with out of all of the tumult. Also helps with discernment, like especially whether to stay or go. And let's see what else. So that's lepidolite, which is lithium. And let's also bring in some for some emotional support. Let's bring in I feel like this might sound strange, but I feel like bringing in fuchsite for you. Fuchsite is helpful for self-care and fun, just allowing yourself to have fun for the sake of fun. Feeling renewed, restored, regenerated, because that's what really connecting to that sense of fun can do. So this helps with all of that, as well as connecting to your inner child and helping with carpal tunnel, spinal alignment, and also provides a little bit better sleep. So this really encourages play, and I hope that that helps kind of lift you out of what you're feeling right now. I'm also going to bring in malachite. It was a request by Chris, and I feel like it would be perfect here. Cat claw stuck in the sweater, sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to wake you. So malachite is excellent for helping process really difficult emotional stuff without getting stuck in it, and also with releasing emotional pain of the past so that you can embrace your future a little bit more easily. This is thought to be really helpful for things like depression and anxiety. I struggle with depression. I found this to be one of the helpful stones for me too. Helps too with arthritis, inflammation, and in general. Also fears of flying, like any fear, but especially fear of flying, and connection with Archangel Raphael. So I hope that this is helpful for you. I'm going to just bring this around. Plenty of malachite. Lots of heart stones today. It's all good. So that's malachite. So lots of love to you, Vic. Oh, you going? Okay. Gertie's had enough. Cassandra. Make sure you join today. Yay! Felt a lot of really negative energy lately, and you felt like you've going through, and you've been going through a lot. Gotcha. And I think you added some here too. Anxiety, depression. Okay, so I just added that. Decision making, manifesting twin flame, love energy, relationship healings, financial stability, and clearing energy. Absolutely. So let's do carnelian. We got a lot of good anxiety and depression stones, but we might bring in some more. Let's see. Financial stability and love is ruby, so we'll bring that in. And I just realized garnet would also help for diva, and we had another request for help with like work productivity. And I think it was Dara, absolutely. Ooh, there we go. Okay, cool. So we'll bring in garnet. That'll help with both of those. And energy clearing. What do we want to bring in for energy clearing? Let's do... Let's do some Dalmatian jasper and some shungite. Dalmatian jasper helps to deep clear the energy field because it actually has black tourmaline going through it. Black tourmaline helps to repel negativity like really powerfully. So when it's going through a stone like this, it helps to deep clean our... It also helps with releasing cynicism and jadedness, which leaves us in a better place to collaborate and work together with others, like cooperative kind of energy. Helps too with digestive disorders. So that is Dalmatian jasper. So that's great at helping us like deep clean our energy field. Awesome. And next we will bring in some shungite. This will deep clean the energy field too. So this is actually so good at absorbing things that are negative and like pulling them away from things that would impact us and other animals. It's even potentially in your water filter system at home. So it works as above, so below. But this also helps to deep clear our energy fields. It helps with allowing our bodies to heal, as well as releasing stress, emotional pain, and just energy blocks in general. And if you're someone who gets really sensitive to electromagnetic fields, this is a very helpful stone. So we'll put that in here. So that will help with deep clearing your energy field. For relationships and manifesting like your soul partner, carnelian is really helpful for manifesting that soul partner, but also with healing in everything that has to do with relationships. This is absolutely the relationship stone, very much related to the sacral chakra, which is everything about relationships. So this is everything from sexuality and sexual function to fertility to getting along with other people. Helps too with colds, allergies, and wound healing. And it's wonderful for helping break through apathy and things like that. So let's bring that in. Next, we will bring in ruby. Ruby helps with financial stability. And it also helps with making decisions. Wonderful too at releasing fear. And we've had a couple of requests around releasing fear today. And wonderful for courage, like the courage to be yourself. It also boosts our leadership skills, our management skills. It's great for fibromyalgia pain, and it also helps with love as well as fertility. So that is beautiful ruby. And this is what it looks like just out of the ground, like without being faceted or cut. Yeah, so we'll bring that in. Let's put that here. So all the best to you. So much balance between everyone's requests today. And as I mentioned, I'm going to bring in that garnet. This helps with practicality, organization, with creativity too, and with courage. This is a stone that can help us find the best way to do things, like the best order, the best way to use our time, the best way to get the most done with the least effort. Helpful too with finding balance and strength whenever there's quite a bit of change going on. I love putting garnet and ruby together because they're so complementary. So here we go with garnet right behind ruby. All the best to you. Thank you for being here, Cassandra. Something for self-love, self-worth, and self-esteem. Absolutely. Bloodstone, and I did see the rest of what you requested, something for attracting true love and great friends. And later on you mentioned sad for losing your ex. Oh, healing, that'll help with that. Rhodonite will help with that, but something else will too. So let's start with Bloodstone. Bloodstone is another emotional stuff hits the fan stone. It helps with emotional stamina, and it also helps to lift despair. So this will help Vic as well. Wonderful for relieving self-doubt and replacing it with a little bit of self-esteem. Helps with quieting the mind, whether you're meditating, getting energy work, or if you kind of have a racing mind around things, this can help calm it. But yeah, lots of relief of self-doubt. So I'm going to bring that in, but it's lots of just unconditional love and helping to heal us emotionally when it just feels like almost like the rug's been pulled out from under us too. For helping heal a broken heart too, this is pink kunzite. This helps with compassion. Like I feel the Kuan Yin nearby when I hold this. So this is compassion for others, but also yourself. And this also helps with attracting commitment-based love and opening up our heart to love after heartache and heartbreak. It helps with hormones as well as chemical sensitivities and mild allergies of that type. Wonderful for nerve pain, for coming back from anesthesia, and also really helpful for sleepless babies and new moms. So we will bring in pink kunzite. Whoop. So there we go. That's pink kunzite. True love and great friend. Great friends is definitely our good friend. Honey calcite. And for self-love, I'll also bring in amazonite. Definitely helps with prioritizing your needs for care, especially for folks who tend to think of everyone else before themselves. It can also help the spine and spinal nerves, as well as it's just generally calming, and it also helps with boosting luck. So I hope that this helps, but definitely brings a lot of self-respect and self-care energy. So that's amazonite. This is my favorite stone when people ask, like, what should I give my friend who's a nurse, or the friend that does everything for everyone and then doesn't want anything back? Amazonite. Amazonite, it at least helps remind them that they really need that self-care to keep going and doing all the beautiful things that they do. So that's amazonite. So all the best to you, ABC. I hope everything goes well. Goddess of Four, more energy, weight loss, joint pain, and prosperity. And I think somebody came in and said howlite, please, and I missed it. So let's do howlite. That'll definitely help with the joint pain. We've got lots of prosperity and fast money. All of those stones are in there. The more energy stones are in there. So we've gotten a lot of those, but let's definitely bring in the joint stuff. Oh, and for weight loss, we can bring in iolite too. So howlite helps with joints, joint pain, joint health, and joint healing. So if you're struggling with long-term pain or like a more acute issue, also the bones in much the same way, like an acute like fracture or issue, or long-term like integrity of bones and bone health, this can really help. Also really helpful for anger, resentment, and frustration, those really difficult emotions. And it's thought to help things like improving teeth and hair and nail health. So that is howlite. And we also have polychrome jasper, which can be really helpful for joints and movement and mobility too. And iolite is another stone that can help weight loss, as well as boosting our intuition, especially things that we see. Like if you visualize your spiritual connection, this is the one. Wonderful for like journeying and things like that. Helpful too for fever, as well as managing our money to get the most out of it, and for better sleep, especially if it's like intuition type things that are waking you up. So I'm going to go ahead and move these back just a scoot and make some room for iolite. So all the best to you, Goddess of Four. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, wow. I just noticed what Patty put in here, and like fluorite and bloodstone. And I'm like, yeah, they're in there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And aquamarine we ended up calling on. Yeah, everything is so synchronistic. Good to see you, Samantha. Okay. I'm going to get to all the requests that are in here. Let's see. Okay, so we got MC Spiritual Healers. Oh my goodness, Catherine, you got 19 inches of snow on top of the 10 inches you got on Wednesday. My gosh. My goodness. Samantha, work protection, owning your power, empath, medium healing, guardian angel, car protection, smoky quartz is in there. Cutting cords, toxic cycles, red tiger eye is in there. Oh, and thank you. You're so welcome. So let's see. Something that helps with toxic work environments is also carnelian, but especially pink kunzite can be really helpful for that. So that's in there. And Herkimer diamond can help with, Herkimer diamond helps with a lot, but especially balancing discordant energies. Really helpful in like work environment stuff. Also helpful for boosting anything you're manifesting, for relaxation and for being in the present moment. Helps for also metabolism. I think I mentioned that, and intuition in general. Herkimer diamond isn't a diamond, it's a type of quartz that comes from the Herkimer, New York region of the US. Oh, Cassandra, I'm so glad this is helpful for you. Telepathy and psychic abilities. Telepathy is definitely rhodochrosite. Let's also bring in, I know we have some good intuitive stones coming in too, out of our requests from Patty, Key, and Chris. In fact, yeah, Chris actually requested Sapphire and Super 7, and that'll definitely help. So Sapphire helps with our connection to our angels, like you had mentioned, Sam. So Sapphire helps, like I said, connection to our angels, but also, and this will actually also support Cassandra. This is wonderful for speedy justice, connection to angels. When we connect intuitively, whether it's mediumship or telepathy or anything like that, this is a high vibrational intuitive stone. So this can help you to reach those places. It'll also help with just feeling that connection to unconditional love and spirit, and helping to envisioning positive potential outcomes when things are changing. Helpful too for the thyroid, eyes, and ears. And it's also thought to be helpful for folks with dementia, as well as those who love them, care for them, and about them. So that's sapphire. But yeah, this is a potent stone of intuitive energy and channeling and mediumship. Super 7 is another really potent stone of everything that has to do with intuition and psychic ability too. So however you're connecting, it helps. It's also helpful with working towards larger goals, plans, and dreams with that like consistent showing up repeatedly. Wonderful too for strengthening our energy field or our aura, which is great for empaths. So that'll support Samantha. And helpful for inner peace, harmony, and connection to unity consciousness. That's that awareness that we are all interconnected. Helps with past life healing, karmic healing, and also connecting to the earth and ecology for healing. So that is Super 7. Super 7. And that was a beautiful gift to us from Chris. And I'm also going to put it on top of Moonstone, which very much helps with intuition and accessing wisdom, especially spiritual wisdom. So thank you. And edema CHF stones. Yes, definitely. There is aquamarine is in there. And we're also about to add another stone that helps with circulation. Green aventurine. This helps with heart rhythms, but it also helps the heart in general, which will help circulation. It helps allergies, eye problems, fertility, and it expands our vision of who we are and what we can achieve. So that is aquamarine, or sorry, that is aventurine, green aventurine. Aventurine does come in other colors. That's green. And let's see what else. Selenite helps with connection to our guides. And also with presenting nothing but pure white light, which can clear the energy of a space or of your crystals. Grab a piece of selenite, you'll always be able to clear your crystals. Just put your crystals on it for a few hours and you're good. Just keep in mind that this never goes in water. And this is a great way to keep an energy of a space clear. I always keep a big piece just beneath the grid. So that is selenite. And cool. Rose quartz. Rose quartz is a lovely stone that helps to flood our heart center with just all of the unconditional love. This can help us to reinvigorate ourselves emotionally and kind of unfreeze ourselves in the heart when we feel like we're just emotionally overwhelmed or we just don't have any emotions left to give. This is also one, if you're working towards opening up to better relationships, this can help you to feel that, yes, that's right, I do deserve something better. I do deserve that better relationship. I do deserve unconditional love. I do deserve, a healthy relationship, that kind of thing. Rose quartz is wonderful for bringing that bringing that realization, especially if you work with it over a long period of time. So that's all of Chris's requests. And then we had a couple that Patty asked for that we didn't get yet. Epidote we didn't get yet. And we also need peacock ore. Epidote helps with recovery from illness and injury. It also helps the brain, especially with, it's indicated for things like Parkinson's. Wonderful for connecting with the fairy realm and with like other kinds of earth spirits. Wonderful for the nervous system, the skin, and also helps with negative self-talk. If you tend to talk mean to yourself, Epidote is a stone that can help you to basically shift that so that you can speak to yourself more gently and not gang up on yourself in that sense. I've had a lot of luck healing with this stone in that regard. So that is Epidote. For better circulation, because I know Patty had requested another one, I'm going to bring in Unakite. This definitely helps with circulation. It also helps with women's health and gynecologic health, so it'll support Jenny too. Wonderful for addictions, especially quitting smoking, and helpful for metabolism as well as every part of a woman's life, whether it's menopause or fertility or prenatal or postpartum or any of the above. Very helpful. So let's do, where shall I place you? Let's put you here and here. So that's Unakite. And then last one, let's go ahead and let's bring in peacock ore or chalcopyrite. This helps with that energy of rebirth, like kind of reinventing yourself and bringing yourself new and fresh into this new reality. If you're looking to make any kind of big pivot or shifts in your life, this can help you embody that. It's also really helpful for executive function. That is high level thinking and planning. So if you struggle with that, things like ADHD can impact that. I have CPTSD. It's a factor for me. This is helpful. So that is peacock ore or chalcopyrite, but it also helps anyone that's just if you find that you keep losing things and misplacing things and stuff like that. Even on that like mild level, this can be a really helpful stone. So thank you for requesting, and thank you everyone for inspiring this beautiful grid. Awesome. So we're at that time. Oh, let's see. Oh, gotcha. You're welcome, Samantha. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I got everyone's request. So here's what we're going to do. For those of you who are new, we're going to go ahead and boost the energy of the spaces that we're all in. And the easiest way to do that is to bring it to gratitude. So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and reflect on all the things you're grateful for. And then when you're ready, click that live chat button, head on into the chat and type anything that you're willing to share about what you're grateful for. That is the best way to boost energy quick. And while you're doing that, I'm going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to get the most out of your session. And then we're going to get into the Reiki. So if you need to hit the loo or grab that extra blanket, now's a great time. And then we're going to head into the healing. So thank you for being here, and thank you for inspiring this beautiful grid. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's listed in the description, along with all of my social media, my email newsletter, and all of that great stuff. But most of all, thank you so much for being here. It's a privilege always to have y'all here. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki is, it's become kind of a catch-all word in the West for energy healing, but specifically I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. This particular approach was founded by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s of Japan during a time in Japan's history that was not easy. If you were teaching anything that could even be misunderstood to be from a religion, serious consequences. So this particular method is deeply spiritual, yet completely secular. And I feel like that's why we love it so much in the West. And in particular, the way that energy is understood in this style or in the Usui method, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected. And that spirit, however you define it in this case, provides this beautiful, life-sustaining energy. Reiki translates to spiritually guided soul energy. And that's very much what it is. This energy is thought to be flowing through you, me, everyone, and everything all the time, and supporting our body, mind, and spirit to make the greatest healing shifts and resilience it can moment to moment. Essentially, this particular practice that Usui has created, I'll use that to connect with that energy, that Reiki energy that's already flowing through all of us, and direct more of it to you to support your greatest healing and greatest well-being. It'll also support your body, mind, and spirit to do all the beautiful things they already do. So during the session, you may feel some physical sensations, some emotions may rise up or get released. You may have an opportunity to think some things through with some clarity that you've not had before. You may be able to hear your subconscious. You may also be able to get some intuitive clarity or just sort of like intuitions or just feeling connected to spirit. And you may also have a lovely healing nap, which is highly encouraged. During the session, what do you need to do to receive the Reiki? Well, you're already doing it. All you need to do is be open to it. And by being here, you are. So you don't have to focus on anything. You do not have to keep your mind silent, which is a good thing because I have a hard time with that. But at any point in time, if you feel like you get disconnected or if you want to go a little deeper or if you get distracted, simply take a deep breath in and out and it'll pull you deeper into the session. To enjoy the session, the best things you can do is just get comfortable, or at least as comfortable as you can. So sitting up, lying down, close your eyes, leave your eyes open, totally up to you. But you can also move, stretch, bend, do some yoga, journal, really anything you want to do during this time. There's no wrong way to enjoy your Reiki time. I will continue sending this energy for 25 minutes over a beautiful soundtrack. If you enjoy the music, definitely check out the link at the bottom of the description and check out our musical creator. You will also be whisked away by the beauty of the lights that will move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe, so you're good there. And during this time, enjoy it any way you wish. At the end of that 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath in and out, slowly come back to your body and the space. And at that point, I'll be able to re-engage with you in chat and I'll be able to answer any of your questions as well as hear any of your experiences, and we'll take it from there. Know too that Reiki energy is not limited to my limitations as a human. Reiki is everywhere and flowing through everyone. So whenever you find this video, the energy will be there for you to enjoy. And for those of you who are here live, if you ever feel like you need some healing and I'm not live, check out the past healing live stream playlist and pick any video. It will absolutely support you. And additionally, if you don't know this already, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times every week. So you can make this part of your regular self-healing routine, your self-care methods. You can also go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on. Hopefully you'll get reminded here and there. And definitely hit that like button if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. And thank you so much for being here. I deeply appreciate all of you. Thank you. Oh, who do we have visiting? Is it Gertie again? Do you want to say hi again? Are you making biscuits or are you just saying hi? No. Okay, let's go ahead back, take a deeper look at this grid and get into the healing. Ooh, nice job, everyone. Beautiful. Ah, so nice. Timothy, welcome back. Oh, you're so welcome. Awesome. All of these beautiful things and the well wishes and all of the gratitudes. Thank you all for being here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn those lights down. And Gertie's here, so you may get some blessings on the grid. Definitely if you see any whiskers or paws in the shot, know that she jumped up on the desk. So enjoy your session, and I will be back for you in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to yourself. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. It's an honor and a privilege, as always, to be here with all of you. Thank you. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. Hey, you two, stop fighting. Stop. Gertie, be nice. Be nice to Hattie. Kitten's fighting over my lap again. You're welcome, Little Tree and Catherine. It's good to see you both. I hope you have a great week too, Catherine. And everyone be safe and warm. All those of you in the US and Canada, my goodness, take care of yourselves. Yeah, this weirdness of this building, the heat is electric and I pay electric. But the cooking is gas and I don't pay cooking gas. So I think I'm going to get into some, I don't know, baking tonight because it's going to be cold. So you're so welcome, Creative Diva. Cassandra, how often do I cleanse my crystals and my space? Oh, you're welcome, Joanna. And Flower, you're so welcome. All the best to you. Sue. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Lots of love to you and your family. You and Greg and Tink. Or is it Tank? Lots of love. Thank you. So back to Cassandra. How often do I cleanse my crystals and my space? I'm kind of always cleansing my crystals. I have, where I have my crystals for sale, I have big chunks of salt underneath it. And I do kind of come through with some like other things too. I clear them with Reiki a lot. For the crystals here that I use for the stream, I keep and frequently replace a mix of Epsom salt and sea salt underneath all of the crystals. And I keep selenite very close to and underneath those crystals as well. So they're kind of always clearing and cleansing my personal space, and which is also my office, at least once or twice a week. But then again, I'm me and I'm doing a lot of energy work in here. So regular people probably don't need to do it quite as much. I hope that helps. But if you feel like you need to, it's a good reason to. But some folks only do it once a month or a couple times a month, and that's totally sufficient. If you, it sounds like baking and a big pot of soup is in order for Danielle. Absolutely, you got the hint. But yeah, as far as clearing your space, if you feel like you end up having to do it a lot, you can put black tourmaline around. That'll help repel negative energy. You can also just like old socks, tie a knot and like put some sea salt and or Epsom salt in it and tie a knot at the end. You can use the little shot glasses, or even like little bags, like those little gift bags that things come in that they can kind of see through them. Put some sea salt or Epsom salt in there, and then just put them in corners or in any place that doesn't get a lot of movement. Anywhere that dust collects, energy collects. And you can put those there. They will gradually over time keep absorbing the energy that doesn't need to be there. And every so often, just take that Epsom salt, sea salt, and just sort of flush it down the toilet, let it go back to the earth that way, and then replace the salt. And that can be really helpful. So that kind of keeps it clear on an ongoing basis. I find that to be more helpful than just occasionally coming through. Yeah, you've been in our thoughts, Susan. Lots of love to you. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring this stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude. Thank you all for being here. Definitely be safe. I have mobility issues. It's going to be icy. I'm not seeing anybody in person for a little bit because I just can't imagine breaking another leg. Oh, Timothy, beautifully said. Is there any value without gratitude? What's valued is valuable. Value yourself and the world will shine. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thank you for being here. Cassandra, you burn resin daily and you have 3 selenite sticks, 1 above each door. Ah, yeah. And black tourmaline too. Yeah. Yeah, resin. There's amber. A lot of folks burn amber. There's, yeah, you can use whatever works. Oh no, my leg's not broken right now. I broke my leg years ago, but I have bone density issues. So it doesn't take much. I was stepping into a hammock that was like, I could step into it and it snapped shut. And so I kind of barrel rolled over the top. Not a far fall. Shattered my tibia, second thickest bone in the body. So when it's icy out, I'm just like, yeah, your girl is staying home. Sorry. Namaste, homies. Namaste indeed. Thank you, Timothy. Good to see you. Yeah, I broke my leg. It was years ago. It was like 2016, I think. Yeah, it was not fun, but it didn't take much. Yeah, long-term effects. And I do have, it was a big surgery and all of that. Tibial plateau. It is a nasty way to break your leg. Not that there's a good way, but yeah, not great. Not great. It's not as bad as a femur fracture, which like can legitimately kill you if you don't get treatment right away. But tibial plateau is super painful. It's your top of your shin bone right underneath your knee, and mine is now more metal than bone. It was like like double plates and like 12 screws or bolts or whatever they call them. Yeah. Nice big scar, but luckily acupuncture helped after the surgery to break up the scar tissue, which saved me 2 more surgeries. Yeah, ouch indeed. It was no fun. No fun. No fun at all. It made a hysterectomy look like, I don't know, cramps or a mild headache. Seriously. So much worse. Yeah, tibial plateau fracture is no bueno. No bueno. No fun. No fun at all. And I already had mobility issues before then, so I was like, great, one more thing. It is good I can still walk. And I have nerve issues too, but yeah, I'm very lucky that, you know, I can walk really well now, or walk as well, almost as well as I could before. But I'm very lucky. So, and I'm lucky that like insurance covered as much as it did and things like that too. There was a lot of luck in the not luck. So there's that. And I also had really amazing friends that were visiting me in the hospital and even bringing me food and stuff like that. So yeah, when a friend visits you and brings you food and will watch a movie with you when you're getting your blood transfusions, that's a good friend. So yeah. So lucky I am. And lucky to have good acupuncturists and everything else too. Yeah. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all so much for being here, being a part of the stream. Yeah. The nurses were like hanging out in my room because I was doing Reiki the whole time. I was in agony, but they were hanging out. I'm like, okay. Food is good. When your friend brings you a whole lot of good Indian food when you're in the hospital and doesn't leave when they're like, oh yeah, we've got to give you blood transfusions now. That's a good thing. Yeah. Maybe I should share those on social media again soon. The pictures of me before, during, and after my blood transfusion. It's like you can see the life come back into me. It's amazing. But yes, have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely. Yeah, we've got an Indian buffet in West Philly, and it's amazing. But I can also cook Indian food. So there's that too, which I think I'm going to get into tonight. If not, I think now I'm going to soak the beans. Tomorrow I'm making Rajma masala. Yep, that's what I need. Good spicy tomatoes, beans, and rice. That's what I want. But y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all again tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m. Fridays at 4 and 8 p.m. So that's 4 and 8 p.m. Sundays at 8 p.m. And of course, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. every week. So definitely be here. Yes, cookies. You're welcome, everyone. Yes, cookies is a good idea. My waistline doesn't need cookies. But I'll think of something to put in the oven. I made cornbread for my birthday. I had a big loaf of spicy cornbread. And I had an iced matcha latte, or an iced matcha tea. Oh yeah, Korakar got you some from Ekta. Ekta is amazing. It's so affordable too for what it is. Yeah, they could charge significantly more and they'd still be just as full, and they don't. So we're grateful for Ekta. But all the rest of you, have a beautiful evening. I hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.